Only me again. I thought I'd come on and do a little vlog. I tried to do one yesterday morning when we were on our way to Clatterbridge for the PET scan, because I wanted to encourage everybody to give me loads of love, because the PET scan yesterday was quite important, and I know how powerful your thoughts and wishes and love and so on is, and I wanted to get all of that coming my way for the PET scan. And I went, did it and everything. It's that one where you have a radioactive injection. So they sit you in this room on your own, and the nurse comes in and does a few tests, blood and so on, and then they put a cannula in, and then they come in with this lead box. The stuff's so toxic, and so it's radioactive, so it's in a lead case, and even the injection that the syringe that they use to put it into you is in a lead jacket. So then they put that in to your vein, and you have to sit there and let it cook. You know, you start cooking. Literally, you're not allowed to look at your phone. I took my knitting, and she said, no, don't do any knitting, because we don't want you to be using your muscles, because that'll affect the way the drug, the radioactive drug works. So you just sit there, you have a little snooze, you turn the light out, and you can just get comfy. And then eventually they come back after an hour. You have to sit there for an hour for it to work, and then they come and put you, and you lie down, and you go through a polo mint, a bit like a CT scan, and it takes quite a long time. It takes about 25 minutes, and you have to lie there with your arms above your head and keep still, because this thing's taking lots and lots of pictures of you in slices, and you have to sit there, and hopefully by then the cancer has lit up, because that's what you have to fast before the scan, so no food, absolutely no sugar and no caffeine, and then they put this drug into you, and your body, your good cells have gone to sleep, and then they're not really interested, and the cancer is greedy, and the radiation stuff's got some glucose in it, and so it makes the cancer light up, and so that's what they're looking for on the PET scan. And so because I've had the chemo, they're hoping that it shrunk the tumour a bit. Remember, my cancer's quite big. It's as big as it gets, really, especially the invasiveness of it. It's a T4A, and T4B is inoperable, and there isn't a T5. So it's just on the edge of being really, really bad news. So that's why I'm so nervous, and I am really nervous at the moment. I'm probably the most nervous that I've ever been in this process, which is surprising me, really, because you think I'd be really nervous just after they told me, and I wasn't. I was quite calm, and I've been, I think, reasonably calm. I think I've had 3 meltdowns where I've blubbed like a baby, and 2 of those were when I went to hospital, because I was in such a bad state and I felt so poorly, and just had a complete meltdown when I went in, and you let myself off with that, because it's, you've got cancer, and if you're in hospital as well, you just start to feel very vulnerable. I haven't had a meltdown over this PET scan, but inside I feel really nervous, because if they say to me next week, sorry, but the chemo didn't work, and in fact your cancer's grown a bit and we can't give you the operation now, then I'll get really pissed off then. I won't like that at all. I want the operation. I want it to happen. I feel inside that if I can get to that point where they open it and cut it out, I feel like I'll be okay, even though there's a long road after that for getting better. I understand that, and I don't underestimate that. And it's not the end of the road, because you can still get recurrence, and the cancer can still have metastasized in a cellular level, and can still be out there. I kind of I just don't think that's going to happen if I can get to the surgery. I just have real anxiety about them saying it's because I'm so close, because the cancer's so big and there's just a tiny little bit to go before it gets really nasty. Anyway, I'll stop going on about that because it sounds negative, and I don't do negative rubbish mostly, but I just thought I'd be honest about it and tell you how I'm feeling. When I got back from yesterday, I think it was the emotion of it. I had to go straight to bed. I didn't eat anything all day. I didn't drink very much. I didn't want to speak to anyone, and I just got into bed and went to sleep. And then I got up later and had a good chat to David, and we watched a couple of films, and I was okay then. And I've been a little bit the same today, yeah. What would you say? Concerned, anxious, and worried about it. Anyway, hopefully I'll get a call from the upper GI nurse. There's an MTD meeting, a multidisciplinary meeting, and it's on a Tuesday, and it takes 48 hours for the PET scan results to come through. So you think, oh well, Tuesday, they'll do it then. They'll have the PET scan next Tuesday. Bear in mind, I had the PET scan on Friday, but not necessarily, because they have their meeting in the morning, so they might not get the results from that until maybe the afternoon. So I'm hoping my upper GI nurse will phone me on the Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday, and as soon as I know, I'll let everyone know. But if it's bad news, I might ask David to let you know, because I might not be in a good place. I've spent ages talking about this now, but part of that is for me. It's me talking about. I'm talking to myself now and having a word with myself and going through it, and that does help. So that's why I'm doing it. David's okay. He's gone out to the supermarket, and he's gone to get some. We got the log fire going and everything, so I think he's gone to get some wood or some lighters. But he said, every day I seem to want something different, some different food. I'll come up with the random stuff that I want. And today it's milk tray. I just fancy a box of milk tray. I haven't had a box of chocolates for ages. David doesn't buy me chocolate, because you just don't do. You think, I'm not supposed to have chocolate. But today it's milk tray, and that's what I'm going to have. I've got my bobble hat on from Wendy, so that's making me feel lovely and warm. I've got a lovely bobble hat from Susie, which it's a double bobbler. Oh, sorry. So it's lovely, but I'm going to save that and have a photo with Amber and Jax, because they've got one as well. The same pattern, just different colours. Sorry about my voice now, it's gone all funny. I'm going to get off. Thanks everybody again so much for all your love and support. I hope I haven't gone on and been a bit morbid today, but I just thought I'd say it how it is. It's a big deal next week, and you've just got to hope and pray that I get the surgery. And if I get it, it'll be the 20th of December. I'll be in hospital over Christmas, not bothered. And I know I'll be okay if I get that. I just feel like I will, but I'm just nervous that they're going to say no. And if they do, I'll be freaking out. Okay, I'm off. I'll see you soon. Thanks again, everybody. It means so much to me, all the love.